murder conviction still stands after Maryland's highest court ordered a redo of the court hearing that freed him. In a 4-3 ruling today, the court ruled that the earlier proceeding violated the legal rights of the victim's family. It comes in a case that has been filled with legal twists since Saeed was convicted in 2000 of killing his high school ex-girlfriend, Hae-Min Lee. The case has received a lot of attention after it was profiled on the podcast Serial.
Boeing's Starliner is expected to depart from the International Space Station next week. It's scheduled to leave Tuesday, ending a 3-month flight. Starliner launched June 5th on its first ever crewed mission, carrying NASA astronauts toward the ISS. The mission was supposed to last just about 10 days, but due to issues with the Starliner, those astronauts will not be on the return trip. Their return could come early next year. And that is your evening rush. Still ahead this half hour, we'll see how a Mainer did in the Paralympics today.
And we'll look into the daycation feature that more hotels are offering and why it's becoming more popular.
Another day of brilliant sunshine out there, but I'll let you know when things will be changing coming up in just a few minutes.
Welcome to Housing Home Goods Bank, an Old Town-based nonprofit that collects and donates home essentials to people in need. We'll now be able to continue that mission with the help of a grant.
The more than $6,000 grant from Versant Power will cover truck rental costs for a year to get people the larger furniture they may need. The organization also provides dishes, cookware, towels, bedding, decorations, and adaptive equipment, all at no cost. Welcome to Housing helps more than 1,000 people a year get back on their feet, including people moving from shelters to permanent housing, escaping domestic violence, or displaced by disasters. It also helps immigrants and veterans.
We are trying to really help get rid of that stigma, because tough times can happen to anybody, and it's okay to ask for help. And honestly, the joy that's on people's faces when they receive something that they really need for free it's just a marvelous feeling.
According to founder Christopher Olson, the items the home goods bank needs most right now are towels, bedding, and cookware. If you'd like to donate, you can call or text 200-5524. You'll find that number on our web story.
Yeah, now let's get as our forecast. Bit of a mind game with the weather, because I think anybody packing a bag for a little weekend getaway for the holiday today may have grabbed a little extra sweatshirt, a light jacket.
Yeah.
Not going to need those though.
Not really, because as we get into the weekend, the humidity is going to start to creep up again. It gets a little bit warmer, but then by Monday it's cool
Right back to what we
again.
had.
So you might need to pack kind of a lot of things, but also an umbrella, especially if you're going to be out kind of late in the day Saturday. Now I'll break down the rain in a moment, but this morning was borderline cold. A lot of us, temperatures, low temps this morning dropped down into the upper 40s, dropped down to 38 in Holton. Keep in mind our average low temperature is 57, so it was quite cool out there this morning, but we were able to bounce back into the upper 60s to lower 70s. Still a bit below average for this time of year, but very similar to yesterday because we're still in that same Canadian air mass. Now that area of high pressure once again brought just brilliant sunshine out there today. Once again, not a cloud in the sky except for a couple of cumulus clouds that popped up right along the I-95 corridor earlier today, but more cloud cover is going to start to come in for the weekend because we have a cold front to talk about. So overnight tonight, especially as we get to early tomorrow morning, some fog will develop, especially along the coastline and in the valleys of the mountains. Now, the first half of the day Saturday is going to be dry here, though we'll have more cloud cover than we had in comparison to the last few days. And then that cold front is going to start to approach from the northwest. So this will kind of reach the areas of northern Maine and back into the mountains of New Hampshire, kind of right after lunchtime on Saturday. Most of us will see some scattered showers, but we could see some embedded thunderstorms here as well, especially in the second half of the day on Saturday. Now, this cold front will continue to move across the state overnight Saturday into early Sunday morning. Now, we could see some pockets of heavier rain here that might cause some isolated flooding, particularly in areas that are prone to it. And then most of us will clear out by the time we get to early Sunday morning. A couple of showers could linger along the down east coastline, kind of right before lunchtime on Sunday. Now, most of us will clear out as we get into the second half of the day Sunday. However, we'll have some instability in the atmosphere, so we might see a couple of pop-up showers and thunderstorms. However, most of us will be dry here. Then there's a secondary trough that's going to move through Sunday night into early Monday, and this will kind of bring through another round of showers, though less than we would see Saturday night. And then we end up clearing out pretty well as we get into the day Monday. It'll be the driest day of this stretch, but it'll also be a little bit cooler. So we have a lot going on for this holiday weekend. So let's break it down. The first half of the day Saturday looks good. Then we bring in some of those showers and thunderstorms for the evening and through the overnight. And then we kind of linger with some more shower activity on Sunday and then start to clear out for Monday. Rain forecast 2 to 3 feet there. So in terms of our 7-day forecast, guys, we got a lot going on for this weekend. We'll call it summer's last stand as we get to that more humid weather, but then kind of back to the same old of what we've seen the past few days for next week.
Okay.
Yeah, quick little hit of summer for the weekend.
Yeah.
All right, Dana, thank you.